This is a Cat Summerhill recording, July 7th, 2021. A Vermilion Holding by Cat Summerhill. There has been loss. You are to enter the liminal space of your grief. It takes you there, where there is time and grace to find acceptance of the story of your life, of your loves, of the requited and the unrequited, of the having and the wanting, and the leaving in exile, and of the times in the wilderness. There is a time now to find peace and accept the true story of your life that has beginnings and middles and endings. And though there is loss in time, the heart has the capacity to hold the eternal elements of one's experience as sacrosanct. It keeps the beauty of existence alive. As well, in the heart's life, there is often one theme that repeats over and over, a sad theme that squeezes your heart like French violins in autumn, drifting with falling leaves from vibrant trees, or like facets of a crystal holding a luminous presence like the veils interlocking over land and heart, story and time. Their echoes are inside the lockets and cages that appear now with you gently on the shores. They are relics of a lost ship, come to rest on the sands as you walk along the Liminal Strand to a house in the distance, while the sea gently laps the borders of your changing times. Sharpening the light on the Liminal Strand. Ghosts, spirits, memories and atmospheres, objects, relics and places chorus along the shore with you. These furnishings of the ages drift and put their sound in the salty air with their silks and phantoms blowing in your hair, new visions and admissions. You are approaching the house where you once were before, and now arriving again after. You look through the wide and open window. You peer through its angling frame and mustiness, and see a mystery in a cage, its doors hanging open and birds flying out, with vermilion tethers ribboning freely into the blue of sky, which you follow with your eye up and over the strand and the sea. Something taboo is set free in the sun, and the lockets of your heart become undone, as if opening into a dark room where you process film. The unseen images in your locket start to reveal their love letters and relics coming to light under the changing waters of life, their secret states exposed, surrounded by the vermilion glow. You've arrived with the chorus and enter the house and climb the windy stair and look out from the topmost window. The black-winged crows of the liminal keep you company there on the landing where you arrive, after the crashing wave, now quiet on the shore, has finally come to rest, and with a pause and a sigh, you are drawn in to reflect in the dappling sun. Ah, your heart beats like an aching drum. Oh, my dear love lost, my sweet, where art thou now? Where am I now thou art not near? How do I embrace losing my sweet one dear? I have lost you, I have lost, and I have lost again. Why art thou near? The sorrow of the loss has taken you to this landing on the liminal shore, where your senses begin to calm, like the soft waters on the sand below, and you know you have arrived at a first time again, pristine, pure, divine, like a medial clearing a fog, like a memory ingrained in a crystal, like a heartfelt visitation. You are about to become again. And you realize too that you are on the same landing that holds the experiences of the exotic and uncommon satisfactions of a physical body, having felt the depth of beauty and spirit, soul and imagination, and the depth of art and nature and touch. And you feel some peace in the reserve of this space. You are allowing these revelations, and you let the sensations pour over you as you vacillate in the loss, like light between blinds, the strands of the darkness and light becoming combined. They are braiding you at this window of time. On the landing above the corridor of the tides, the cold air has caught your lungs. Winter has walked arrogantly into the house of your life below, and thrown open all the windows and doors, and the tide laps on below on the shore, while the wintry sharp and icy fingers tear the fabric of your chairs, nowhere to settle now. The fabric of a placenta is sacrificed at birth. There is a bleed-through of the time of substance as heaven shapes and prepares to enter. After the kiss, there is a pulling and a tugging of grace through the rooms when the buds break ground, and later at their leaving when the branches throw them off. It's a dangerous and beautiful time, purifying, defying. We arrive in a house somewhere born quite open and blank, in a house full of the stories within stories. There we come to light, exposed and naked in some stranger's arms. Each one of us begins already placed in someone else's middle or ending, or some other story bending the truth that adds filters and cages to our seeing. We are born into these tangled nets, and we take on the terms and conditions of their histories of relationships that we do not know. And then one day we set out, carrying those old and heavy nets made of half-formed perceptions, with their spooks dragging on us as we go forth in our vibrant youth, with our surging sea of hormones, to make our debut on the stage of this play we call life. And at the stage door, we are handed our fated roles. From then on, we fumble around and we discover what costume and tint of glasses we were given. And one day, often a day that brings us the loss, we take it all off, naked again, and begin to untangle the stories of pain and confusion we found ourselves in, that were not ours to begin, but belonged to the ancient play of to kiss and be kissed. When the heart breaks, it begins to separate out the elements of the true life from the entanglements. It opens the lockets with their hurt. It opens the cages with their taboos. It breaks open the falsified visions of our lives, caused by looking through the tainted glass of the ages. And in the cracks and openings comes a doorway of lightness that we can enter and throw off the costume that put the limits on us. That is the temporal gift of the liminal space. The old conditions burn off in clouds of fusty smoke, and gradually we come out into a clearing where we feel a great peace and cherish the beauty that touched our lives. Here it is less solemn, yet still tender, but now the air, in the wake of the loss, has become as if perfumed or rarefied, like ozone. We begin to dream again with deeper hearts. The kiss is born like a blossom, then falls at the end like a leaf, then rises in flight like a bird given wings by the violins of a heart who longs to paint the beauty back in. Do not be afraid of the breaking of taboos and the release of their mysteries that may confront you in the liminal space of grief after death. For those taboos are the caged birds of your heart that needed to be set free. And so it is in your naked beauty and in a body's wishing to share. This oracle petal could find you at a beginning or a middle or an end of experience, youth, or desire that caused you to grieve and feel stranded. The ink of this oracle petal is an homage to the eternal guardians at the thresholds of love, at the exits and entrances of your divine life's experience. It speaks from this liminal space that your grief will take you to, if you allow it. And so, be kissed by the mystery that embraces you. Its love will bring you a sweet beauty of existence, where the affairs of your heart and the tainting of your image are washed clean. A Vermilion Holding, not unlike a heart, weaves the flames, playing luminous harps, and sparkles their nose into each grain of sand, shining the light on the liminal strand. You place the memory of the black-winged crows into your heart, with their luminous mystery flowering there. They are the breathing wings of your being and becoming and longing to paint the beauty back in again, like the essential truth that remains after all is said and done. No filter nor story can block its gesturing voice. You take a deep breath of the salt sea air at the window. It is a beautiful air, and the sun is moving through it into late afternoon. It lifts you, and it fills you and comforts your courage. And as you turn to leave, you take the mysterious cup of the black-winged crows who love you, with their sapphire-bright seeing eyes standing by the door of your entrancing and exiting. They are wise and caress you with their enormous wings as you move to descend the stair, to re-enter the strand of beach below, your hand on the banister, feeling every inch of your descent. And you take an involuntary gasp as you hear the oracle in the whole being of your heart, with all it has loved, and the crows watch as you go. Your feet are back on the sands, and you sit a while on the warm and sparkling ground and watch the waves lap on the shore. Like a dusty painting with faded paint, you are restoring the colors of the truth of your being, your birth, and your true nature to its rightful place, and mounting your image back onto the beautiful wall of the living truth, where the beauty in you cascades down beside you and holds you close, with flowers and leafy vines and celestial streams pouring down beside you like a mane of white-winged doves in the wind, holding your place and your time, and the place where you hold the beauty of all you've loved. The sand is warm under your feet. Its tiny crystally grains sparkle on your skin as you reflect in the sun. You continue to untangle the net that is so much lighter now. And to your surprise, you see a pristine and beautiful looking glass that has come to light, which you reach in for and lift out of the strands and hold up to your face. A Cat Summerhill recording, 2021.